Hey guys, Blazie here, and welcome to this little lazy review of the Seiya Knights of the Zodiac movie. Ooh.
You might want to buckle up.
Okay, so my little history with Seiya Knights of the Zodiac. It's a manga series from like the 70s or 80s. It's very old. It's an older one for sure. Like around the time of like Dragon Ball and such like that. It's very old. And my history with it is I played a game on the PS3, I believe it was. I don't think it was PS4. There's one on PS4, but I think it was a PS3 game first. Because I saw the cover, saw the characters, and the characters all were very pretty long-haired men. Something I really like. And so I decided to give the game a try, and I loved it. It's a basic anime fighting arena game. But all the characters are so pretty. There's so many pretty male characters in it. And the story itself, in the story mode and all that, everything seemed pretty easy to follow. And so I'm like, you know what? Okay, all the characters are really pretty. Let's give it a watch. So I ended up watching the anime, like the old anime, and it's a lot. It's a lot. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. Kind of was just with it, but it hooked me. It hooked me. I really liked it in the end. God, it's so different. It's so different. Because, man, I have never watched a show where characters cry so much. Even all the manly characters, they all cry. And it's amazing. For example, watch this scene in the English dub.
Shun, it's fantastic.
Isn't it, though? I'm having trouble believing he's here. It's wonderful. I'm so happy.
Shun, a man shouldn't cry.
Even the strongest man in the world would cry if he was as happy as I am.
Oh, I'm happy too, Shun. Dry those eyes.
Oh god, sorry, my hair is a mess. It's the wrong way around. I've never watched a show where the characters cry so much. And it has a little bit of gayness in it as well, with Sean and Hugo cuddling, and because he's cold and he's dying, or just going to hug against you, and it's just, oh, that's a little gay. The character, like, oh, I just love it because it's all just long-haired people and all that. And so, yeah, I love Seiya. I've watched all the original TV series. I watched the Soul of Gold series with the Gold Saints. There's a whole bunch of other series and all that. I did watch the CGI movie that came out a couple years ago. I can't remember the name of it, Sanctuary or something like that. And that's really good. That's honestly a really good watch if you've never watched Seiya before, because it kind of just it's a basic anime kind of movie, but it does all the things that you need to understand Seiya. So that's a great watch. If you want to try and get into the series and try to understand the characters and what this world is, it's a good watch. It has some great animation, great fights. Anyway, let's get started with the actual review. So, they released a live-action version of this. I never expected a American live-action movie of this. I never expected that. I don't hear anyone ever talk about Seiya. Never ever. Like, yeah, sure, recently they did a Netflix TV series where they turned Sean, my favorite character, into a female. All because he's like the girly kind of character. He's the soft one. But that's kind of the point of his character. He's very soft. He's kind and gentle. And then he's the reincarnation of Hades. That's kind of the whole point. And like, yeah, he has the brother that protects him and all that. That's kind of the point of his character. And he's meant to be that good side, but he's also then like the strongest saint out of like any of them as well. So which is probably because he's connected to Hades and all that. That's probably why. But yeah, it's like, I love Sean, and then, yeah, they turned him into female, so it's not like the Americans haven't tried to do Saint Seiya. They did, yeah, the Netflix series. So maybe I want to blame that for them deciding to do the live action version, which again is just so surprising to me. And so, yeah, I was like, you know what? I have to watch this. I have to. I don't know, it stars people who I don't know, but it does have Sean Bean in it. I did not expect Sean Bean to show up in this movie. A Saint Seiya movie with Sean Bean in it? Why? What? What weird casting. Like, he was good in it. He was good in it. But it was just like, what? Sean Bean in Saint Seiya? Why? Does he watch the anime? Does he know this? Why did he sign up for this? But yeah, so the movie, it's about Saint Seiya. It's about knights who knights who have the power of the cosmos, is what they call it, or like they have just superpowers called cosmos. It's a lot to explain. It's a lot to explain. It's not. This is unplanned, okay? I do apologize. Anyway, yeah, unplanned video. Not good at talking. Yeah, it's about these people who can summon the power of cosmos, and basically, it's basically like the stars and all that. A lot of the knights are like star signs and all that. Like there's the gold saints who are like Cancer and Sagittarius and Libra and so on and so forth. And the movie opens up with a very faithful, like, recreation of Sagittarius and one of the other ones, fighting up in the sky and all that, and coming down with Athena. And the whole kind of series is about protecting Athena, or like a girl who becomes Athena. And that's what this movie's about, is Seiya, the main character, getting the power of a knight, who then, like, slowly understands his role in the universe, and that's to protect Athena. And so you just generally follow him. It doesn't follow the anime or the manga at all in terms of like how the series goes. But it's still better than like the Dragon Ball movie and all that. It's better than like a lot of the other ones. Better than the Death Note movie. Like, yeah, it's actually better than like the American Death Note. It's better than the Dragon Ball movie because it's still faithful. The character who played Seiya was generally good. Well, the actor who played Seiya was good. I think he did well. I liked the outfits he was in. He was generally dressed like Seiya. And then the character who played Athena, the actor who played Athena, was accurate in terms of, like, Athena is not a good person. She was not a good person in, like, the first kind of series. She grows to be Athena. And so this character was like, yeah, she was a brat, which she is in the anime. So they did a good job. They were accurate with her. It does have the Phoenix Icky in it. He's completely inaccurate. He is the bad guy, which he is in the anime and like the star of the anime and all that. He's the first bad guy they fight. So technically it's accurate. He does do the mind thing. He has a power where he could like go into your mind and kind of mess up your mind and like see what you're thinking and all that. They do that scene and it's kind of really cool. It's a good, creepy, good scene. So that's accurate. Like, there's a lot of things in it that's accurate. That it's kind of like, it's its own kind of universe, its own take. It has like the Silver Saint Marion in it, who helps train Seiya. And again, that's accurate. That's things about it are accurate and good. And like, one of the other things, like the main thing with this movie is obviously the fight scenes. And the fight scenes are generally good. They're well choreographed. They're like really good choreographed for sure. Like he does a lot of dancing kind of stuff. And that's kind of his whole thing, and it's generally good. And I'm sorry, I'm not really explaining this movie very well, but just enjoy the review anyway. Please do like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And like, yeah, all the action's really good. All the camera work is interesting. They try to do like kind of like anime kind of stuff in terms of like, I don't know, the effects and things. It's weird. It's bad, but it's good. The action's good in this movie. And yeah, the whole thing is him training up to be a knight, to be able to control the armor and use the armor. And once he gets the armor, like, the armor is ugly. It's just, no, they messed up the armor so badly. It's so ugly. Because, like, he has a massive helmet. They give them massive helmets. And it looks so bad. It looks so cheap cosplay. But then when they start fighting, again, it's bad. And then it has, like, really bad CGI fighting that makes it look like a video game cutscene. But it's kind of enjoyable because it looks like a game, because it looks like a cutscene from a game. It's kind of enjoyable. And I hate that about this movie. It's weirdly enjoyable. This is not a good Seiya movie, but there's a lot of things about it that are kind of accurate, like weirdly accurate. I'm like, they understood it. But then they tried doing their own thing, because there's like this whole evil corporation in there that's not in the anime or manga or anything, and it's like, that whole idea was so stupid and so not needed. It really ruined the movie. It did not need any of it. But, like, I don't know. The movie is bad, but you can kind of enjoy it because it's bad. But then, like, the action is good. Do I recommend it? Not exactly. But if you kind of want a dumb action movie or fighting movie, yeah, kinda. It's weird. Because then, like, there's this one moment where there's, like, this car chase scene, and it's all CGI, and it's not good CGI, but it's also good CGI, because it looks like a game cutscene, and it's just like, you know what, this is still kind of enjoyable. It doesn't look real at all, but all of it is CGI, so it's just like, it kind of worked. It kind of works in a weird kind of way. Which, yeah, they add all this, like, future technology into it, and it's just weird. It's not needed. There's no, like, you have, like, the beginning part of it, which, again, is accurate. The beginning is accurate and really kind of sort of cool. The CGI is really bizarre. It's really bizarre. But it's even, like, how the CGI movie started. It started up the same way, with that kind of first action scene. Which then is kind of like, look how pretty it all looks. Look how pretty the characters look. It's kind of like, why didn't you just make a CGI movie, Hollywood? Why didn't you just do that? And just make it pretty like this one did, and I'm sure people would have loved it. But, yeah, it's just... And then they just don't introduce like any of the other characters in it, like Sean and Hugo and other person who I name escapes, Shiru, that's his name, Shiru. They don't introduce like any other characters from the anime and manga and such. It's only just Seiya and Phoenix, Ikki, who goes by Milo in this name or something like that. No, not Milo, Nero. He goes by Nero. There is a Milo in this movie, and he is kind of cool. He's randomly really cool, and I don't know if he's even part of the anime or anything like that, but he was really cool. And spoiler alert, Sean Bean does die in this movie. So we did get Sean Bean in there, and they did kill him off, so... yeah, that's another movie Sean Bean died in. Yeah, this has been a really random review. I apologize for that. It's really hard to kind of talk about this movie because it's just so weird and bizarre. I do love this moment. Yeah, but it's just like some dude just screaming at the top of his lungs at like he wanted to be heard in the movie. He really wanted to be heard, and they left that in. Just some dude just screeching, and it's so hilarious. Why? saw that, I'm just like, oh, because that was like at the beginning of the movie. I'm just like, oh, I'm in for something. I'm in for something, and I'm down for it. But yeah, the fighting is fine. The fighting is generally good. I love some of the dialogue. Like, it's funny. It can be a funny movie sometimes. It's weird. This movie's weird. I don't know how to rate it. Like, I guess I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 5 out of 10 foxes. It's just an average dumb movie. But I could see this being a, what do you call it? A cult following. I could see a cult following for this movie in all honesty. Because it's weirdly okay. Anyway, I guess that'll be the end of this little lazy review. I apologize that it was a mess. I didn't explain anything, because it's kind of hard to explain Saint Seiya without seeing Saint Seiya. Just know, the anime's good. Play the game. Play the PS4 battle fighting game. It's got so many pretty guys in it. It's got so many pretty dudes. It's crazy how many pretty dudes in it. There's barely any female characters. There's like 1 or 2 female characters. Everyone is just generally all the pretty dudes. And I used to have I do have like a whole collection of figures of Saint Seiya, and it used to be in my background back here. I'll probably show a photo if I remember or whatnot, or video. Used to be in my background. I used to have all the figures there, so that's what that was, for anyone wondering. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you watched this movie, or if you're gonna watch this movie, or anything, and what your thoughts are. Let me know what you thought about this bad review and all that. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, because I'll love you if you do. Hit that bell icon. And VitoFox says, be who you want to be, guys. That's not what I always say. Be who you want to be. Alright, guys. Bye for now.